young Theodore Roosevelt and the life he creates in the Dakota Territory. And the second season is premiering this Saturday in Medora. Joining me now is the actor who plays the role of the young Roosevelt, Mason Beals. Good morning, Mason, and thanks so much for joining me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. I'm so excited to do this.
You're welcome. All right, before we get into the specifics about season 2 and talk more about Elkhorn, I want to ask you why you think that the Western is making a comeback.
That's a great question. I think that the Western is making a comeback because I think it's something that sort of connects a lot of people to like American history and a lot of our sort of like foundation of where we came from and where so much of America was founded. And I think, you know, in times of like maybe having a hard time to connect, I think coming back to these sort of older mediums and older ways of living kind of just like bring us together a little bit.
Sure.
And I think it's also just like very cozy, and I think that we all just kind of like, who doesn't love a Western, you know?
Exactly. All right, now the premiere of the second season of Elkhorn this Saturday. It's in Medora. Tell me what people can expect when they come out on Saturday.
Yeah, on Saturday, they can expect, we're going to have a whole, you know, red carpet premiere. We're going to show the first episode. We're going to do a little bit of like a Q&A where we take some questions about the show and maybe what it was like to film. And overall, just like meet some fans of the show, meet people who love it, meet people who have never seen it before. And overall, we're just looking to have, you know, a good time and just, you know, promote this thing. We're really excited about it.
Absolutely. Now, one of the things that was discussed was there will be some behind-the-scenes insight. What will people be able to learn about it?
You know, I honestly don't entirely know what we're all going to reveal, but I would imagine we're definitely going to talk a lot about horses. We love to talk about horses with this show. You know, that's one of our fortes at this point.
Absolutely. Okay, where is the series shot?
The series is shot in a small town, kind of just outside of Santa Clarita. It's called Acton, California.
Gotcha. All right, now we're looking at you here as the young Theodore Roosevelt, and you play the part. How much research went into playing this role for you as you were trying to understand the 26th President of the United States?
Yeah, a good amount. I mostly focused on this time in his life because I think it's a very, you know, interesting, informative period of his life, and I think that's why the show itself is like so interesting. But yeah, I focused a lot on kind of his writings about this time and just what an adventure it was for him.
You know, a lot of times somebody will, an actor will have a role that they find just they're extremely into that person, that character. Has this been a real challenging role for you to play, or is this something that you've always been a student of history?
I wouldn't say. I think definitely more recently I've been more a fan of history.
Sure.
But as far as a difficult character to play, I've never found it too difficult to play. I sort of look back on like my first audition, and it was pretty close to like what has ended up being on the screen. So I think that, like, you know, from the beginning, there's always kind of been a bit of a connection with the character, and I think it's kind of like I've been able to sort of get inside his head pretty easily.
All right, now this, you know, the event on Saturday and the fact that we're broadcasting this and introducing many people probably to Elkhorn. If you didn't see season number 1, what do we need to know to get caught up so that we can hit the ground running when season 2 premieres? And we'll talk about the exact time that it premieres on INSP here in a little bit. What do people need to know about season number 1?
What they should know about season number 1 is, number 1, they should watch it. Number 2, they should know that, yeah, this is focused on a Theodore Roosevelt that the world hasn't really seen before on screen. And I think that you should know that there's been just a lot of action, a lot of adventure, and a lot of just personal growth, I think, in particular for Teddy Roosevelt in this first season. You know, he went through a really unthinkable tragedy where his mom and his wife died on the same day.
Right.
And so the first season is just kind of this grieving process through this adventure that he goes on that sort of helps shape him more and more into the leader that he eventually becomes.
Okay, we're down to about a minute, Mason, but when people see you on Saturday, are they going to see a young Teddy Roosevelt, or are they going to see Mason Beals? Are you going to be in character?
I'm not going to be in character, but I am very much looking forward to meeting all the fans of the show.
Sure.
We've gotten a lot of support, and I've had people reach out to me personally and like shoot me emails and just say how much they love the show, and all that stuff. Just it means the world to us.
I would imagine. Well, welcome to North Dakota. You're coming out here, I understand, for the first time. We look forward to seeing you there, and I want to tell people that event is on Saturday the 27th at the Old Town Hall Theater in Medora. However, the show, correct me if I'm wrong here, Mason, it premieres on television on Thursday, October 2nd, 7 o'clock Mountain Time, 8 o'clock Central Time. So it's going to be, tell us on what network we can find it.
You can find it on INSP.
All right. It's lots of Westerns on that show, on that channel, and certainly Elkhorn is going to be one of your favorites if you take the time to tune in. Mason Beals, one of the stars of Elkhorn, thank you so much for your time, and enjoy your time in Medora.
Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to it.